Just one day after the historic move of the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem, I sat down with U.S. Ambassador to Israel, David Friedman. Friedman reflected on what the day meant to him and what his dad would have thought of it. And he told us a little-known story about President Trump.
The inspiration was palpable, and candidly, there was a little bit of relief because we've been planning for this. We've been planning for this for 25 years, and thank God it came. It was just an incredible moment, one that will probably take me weeks for me to process all my emotions. And my father dedicated his life to the Jewish people. He was a very prominent rabbi, and Israel to him was the culmination of all the hopes and prayers of the Jewish people for thousands of years. And of course, my father was of the generation that survived the Holocaust, so the juxtaposition of those great losses and the creation of Israel had a profound effect upon him. And that's how I grew up. And so to see this happen, you know, as I was standing there, I couldn't stop thinking about how proud my father would be and how much I wish that he would be alive to see this day. President Trump is a very good man, and it's not a description I give of many people. He's a good man. He doesn't get credit for all the good things he's done. I've seen many of his acts of kindness, many of his acts of charity to others. And of course, going back to my father, when I was mourning my father, I remember it was a day in February, there was a complete blizzard on Long Island. And you know, we said Shiva for 7 days, and so people come to visit the house. And no one was coming that day because there was this massive blizzard. And all of a sudden, you know, in he walks. It took him 3.5 hours in a car to get out to visit me. This was about 13, 14 years ago, long before, you know, politics was on the horizon. Nobody was there, no press, nothing. He didn't get, you know, it's not like he did it for any coverage. And we sat for 2 hours and he talked about his father. I talked about my father. And we're really lucky to have him in the White House. You know, it's great to see how these communities are growing closer and closer together based upon a common love of the land of Israel, the people of Israel, the destiny of Israel. It's really a game changer for Israel's stability and security in the region. You know, the Jewish people are a small nation. The Christian community is not a small community. For Israel to have these types of friends, it's really unprecedented and very much appreciated. I know the Prime Minister is deeply appreciative of the evangelical Christian community, as am I, as is President Trump.